Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. I'm, of course, your host, Mega Mike the Movie Man. How are you all doing out there? First of all, let me know how does my mic sound? How does my video look? I'm not lagging, am I? You guys are my eyes and ears out there, so definitely keep me updated on that. But once again, welcome to my channel. We have a super fun live stream planned for you all. This is the Sunday morning news show, so we're going to cover three very intriguing movie news stories for you all. So let's bring up the banners so you guys can know what's in store for you today. So we're going to cover the Scream 7 information, just get updated on all of that to see where we're at with that production. And then, of course, we got to talk more about Ayer cut. Yes, the Ayer cut is always brought up, and we got a little bit more information on it, a little bit of a director quote here this time. So that's going to be fun to dive into the details there. And then next up, of course, we got Thunderbolts. Yes, one of MCU's big blockbuster movies coming up. We got to share some information on this, get updated on all of it as well. And then, of course, we will have an Ask Anything section where you can ask anything your heart desires out there. I love interacting with you all, so all the fun questions are great. I will say try to stay on topic as much as possible as we go through the news stories, but then when we get to Ask Anything, go wild. Why not? It'll be a lot of fun. And then also giveaways today. We got some movie digital code giveaways. How those are going to work today. If you donate to the channel with any amount of super chat, we greatly appreciate that. We'll give you a first dibs on the codes for today. And we got a variety of codes here. We still have Avatar, The Way of Water, and also Insidious that were never claimed. At least nobody hit me up on Instagram for them. So those are still available, I believe. So yeah, if you haven't seen those yet, those are both great movies. And then we also have two codes donated generously by Mega Movie Mom of Uncharted, which is a super fun time, action adventure. Can't really go wrong there. And then also the Eternals, which I enjoyed overall. Some people didn't, but I did like that MCU movie. There's some cool effects in there and some awesome characters. So, yeah, those will all be up for grabs. Once again, any amount of super chat is totally appreciated to the channel. And then, of course, you'll get a first choice on the giveaway code. So, yay, everybody wins. But let's go ahead and put up a banner, of course, just reminding everybody to smash the like and subscribe. So, if you're here for the first time, hit that subscribe notification bell. Hit the like, of course, for everybody out there. Only takes a half a second, and it just means the world to get the word out about all this great movie content. And then, of course, check out the memberships. I always like to encourage those. Tons of great perks and content available through there. And then, of course, always tons of fun merch on the channel. But let's take a look at these comments. We got 18 comments already. You guys are awesome. I'm going to check these out right now. Once again, hopefully everybody hit that like that's in the comments. But let's bring this up. This is great to see this many people here this morning. Well, I guess afternoon, evening for some. We got Adrian James saying, "Hello there, Mike. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Today is glorious, right? Tons of awesome movie stuff to always talk about. And so I'm having a great start to my day, and I hope you are as well, Adrian." Got to mention Scott there. Hello, everyone. We got a lot to talk about. There's tons of great movie news to talk about. You're exactly right. So it's going to be a very fun time. Let's see. We got let's see, the master of all movies, Presswood DVD collector. Hey, what's up? How you doing out there? I know the Scream content got you out, I'm sure, to the channel. At least with the Presswood name, I'm guessing. But yeah, welcome again. Thank you for always being here. We got a new person here. We got Echo Side. Hey, Mike, I'm in your class. That is awesome. Well, welcome to this friendly, family, fun community where we talk all things movies. Everybody is welcome here just to have a great time. So thank you for being here. We got Happy Sunday there. We got Craig joining us. Craig is awesome, a longtime supporter of the channel. Thank you for always being here. Much appreciated. Got Hisham, another longtime supporter of the channel. Hello, Mike. What's your favorite scary movie? Ha 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 ha. Halloween, original Halloween. It flips back and forth between the original Halloween and Halloween H2O. But yeah, Halloween for sure. That's the one I always watch every single year. Just my Halloween spooky season tradition now. Yeah, gotta be that one. We got, I know it's kind of like the most generic answer out there, but it's my favorite, so I gotta say it. We got Tony from Basement Blues. Hey, Basement Blues, how we doing out there? Let's see. Master of all movies, Presswood DVD collector. Mike, I got 5 new movies in my collection. 5 new ones. That is amazing. Let us know what they are. Of course, I always love to hear collection updates. And hey, you might get some new movies a day in the giveaway. You never know. Let's see. Dimension Scott says, I'm praying for the Ayer cut to be released. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. And we'll talk more about that once we get to there. Let's see. Saying hello to everybody out there. We got Huck's Pop Culture Cafe. Hey, Mega Mike and all you party people. Hello, Huck. How are you doing out here? I know you've been keeping busy, Huck, going to all these fun places. Spirit Halloween, putting out amazing video content. So thank you for being able to stop on by. I would love to hear some of your thoughts on these news stories as well. Let's see. Everybody saying hello to each other. Yes, everybody's just catching up with each other. Craig is saying rain is light so far, heaviest around 3 p.m. Mountains might get 10 inches. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm all for the rain because we need to cool down this place. So actually, it was pretty cool when I went out this morning for a walk. I love that weather. Yay. Yeah, I'm all about the cool weather. I will take it every day. We got CJ Bohem. Mega Mike, hello. Welcome to the channel. I think you're new to the channel as well. Well, welcome here to this community. And yeah, thanks for being a part of it. Let's see. Everybody's saying hello. Oh, God, Tiana Loves Movies, another longtime supporter of the channel, who also has an amazing channel. How you doing out there, Tiana? Let's see. Everybody's saying hello to each other. Oh, we got Mirha saying happy Sunday, everyone. Well, happy Sunday, Mirha. Thanks for being here. Let's see. Yeah, awesome. We got a great crowd today. So let's get right into these news stories. No need to waste any time here. So we're going to be talking Scream 7 information, of course. So let's get into this banner overlay for you all. All right, the reason why Radio Silence are not returning to helm a third Scream sequel is because, as Deadline reported on April 11, 2023, they have been tapped to helm a new monster movie for Universal Studios. Penned in part by the co-writer of trio Scream movies, Guy Busick, the title of the upcoming horror movie has yet to be revealed. In addition to what the creature at the focus will be, or what production on the movie begins. Landon, the son of the Little House on the Prairie star, Michael Landon, has already shown he has a knack for this sort of satirical tone that the Scream movies are known for. Instant horror comedy classics like Happy Death Day movies, Freaky, and the spooky but heartwarming Netflix original We Have a Ghost, all of which he wrote and directed. He made a name for himself as a unique voice in the horror genre, with writing credits in the hit 2007 thriller Disturbia, and most of the subsequent Paranormal Activity movies, the fifth of which marked his debut as a horror director. However, he has dabbled in more straightforward dramatic fare, such as a 2010 directorial debut, Burning Palms, or even something as light as a Lifetime feature adaptation of his late father's other famous series, Highway to Heaven, which he co-wrote in 2021. So, Landon, right? That was the name of the director. Very excited for this new Scream 7 director. Even though Radio Silence was great, I mean, they had Scream 5 and Scream 6, which I really like those movies in the Scream franchise. Actually, the fifth one is my second favorite Scream movie of all time, right behind the original. I just really liked how that one was made, and they really got it. But I'm totally okay with this new director taking over Landon because he's done such amazing work already. It mentioned a whole bunch of his filmography right there. Freaky, I had a great time with. I think that one's very underrated. But everything, right? Happy Death Day. Happy Death Day was such an awesome premise for a movie. I like the first one over the second one, but they're both pretty good. And then that Netflix original one, We Have a Ghost. I remember streaming that one just randomly. I'm like, got some time to kill. Let me go ahead and click on this movie. It was a Netflix one, so I'm assuming it was going to be terrible, right? 9 out of 10 times originals on streaming are terrible. But this was the one time it was not terrible. I watched it through and I'm like, not bad. Not bad for an original streaming movie. So if he can make a streaming original half decent, then we can go anywhere with Scream. So I'm very excited for Scream 7. Now, I don't know when they're going to get into production on all this, because of course we got the strikes going on, the writers, the acting strike, so you can't do too much in terms of actual production. They probably got all the pre stuff done, where filming locations are and all that good stuff. I think it's filming in Canada, if I'm remembering it, and I think it's during a cold season, if I'm remembering correctly, so we might get some snow in the movie. That'd be an awesome environmental change. I always want to see that, more horror movies in the snow. That would be something way different for Scream. So I will definitely be excited for that. We had a new environment with New York. If we go into a snowy setting within New York itself, I think they're staying in New York, but we changed the weather, climate environment right there. The weather being snowy at that time would be awesome. So very excited for that. So yeah, Scream 7, a lot of promise with the director, the environments, and yeah, I'm very excited for that. You guys gotta let me know. Are you guys excited for Scream 7? Are you happy with this director? Were you impressed with his filmography before? Are you really disappointed Radio Silence isn't coming back? Yeah, like I said, Radio Silence is great, but they can't stick around forever, right? They got other movies to make, a Universal monster movie of sorts, which I'm very excited for. I don't know what it's going to be, what the title is, what it's about, but Universal has been doing, a decent job on some monster stuff. I mean, just in horror in general. Not all their stuff has been, a knock out of the park, right? I mean, that Mummy remake was no so good, but the Invisible Man was great. So Universal can do some awesome horror stuff, but you got Radio Silence behind it. That's going to be, I think, quite a good movie. And I'm just excited. It's all speculation right now. It might end up being terrible, but who knows? But let me hear your guys' thoughts. We got so many great comments here. Let's see. We got. Let's see. Oh, tons of people in here. So let me go. We got mid level in the house. Look at this. Kenny Levels. What up, Mike? What up, Kenny Levels? How we doing out there? We got Lance Jackson saying, "Hey, hey, hey, what's up, everyone? Happy Sunday. I'm just watching Friends and eating McDonald's breakfast." Well, that sounds like a great time. Friends is awesome. Sitcom series. I can always laugh any episode I turn on. And I remember one summer I just binged through the entire series, and that was such a great time. So yeah, I can't go wrong with Friends. Let's see. CJ is saying vinyl is the best physical media. I know there's a lot of vinyl collectors out there, and that is awesome. I don't have a record player myself, so I wouldn't be able to play vinyls, but the artwork looks cool. Like there's some designs that I would be like, oh, that would be kind of cool to have on the wall. If I was like really into music, I like music, but I'm more into movies myself. But yeah, any physical media is awesome. So all for the vinyls as well. We got to support all sorts of physical media out there. Let's see. Fast Z. I married Axe Murderer, my best friend. Vampire, Hugo, 12 Monkeys, Breed Guardians, Galaxy Volume 3. Nice. All solid choices. I really wanted that Hugo Arrow edition, but it's out of stock on Amazon. It's not by Barnes& and Noble near me. And now I'm going to miss it when it's on sale. Now I'm not going to get it. I mean, that's what happens when you don't get a proper quantity of a certain product that would sell. So, yeah. Arrow, you slacking on that. All right, let's see. Hisham, what horror movie make you have trauma? I mean, nothing that's really stuck with me. I used to be afraid of the Halloween franchise when I was a little kid, and that turned on, and like it used to be afraid of that. But now I love the movies, so nothing that really stuck with me. I mean, the grossest thing today that I've seen is like Terrifier 2. So that kind of sticks with me, but I'm not traumatized. Let's see. Hug is saying, yeah, nice temp outside, but I went out to swap meet this morning and no one was there because they're avoiding the hurricane winds. That makes sense. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Uh, Thank you everyone in the chat for all the comments. Big shout out to everyone in the chat. Absolutely. Hisham says Scream 7 is looking promising with that poster. Yeah, I love that poster design. How creative. I would have never thought of that. But yeah, oh, so cool because especially they have. Now I wonder, are the two blades symbolizing multiple killers like the Scream movies normally do, or is it just one of them holding two blades? Who knows, right? But we'll see. We'll see. I'm crossing my fingers for Matthew Lillard's character to come back. Yeah, Stu Mocker. I want him back. I know some people don't. I want him back. Yes. It'd be so great if he was kind of the puppeteer, right, among the whole Scream franchise. We get some backstory revealed. Where has he been? all that good stuff, right? I want to see that. And he totally could be back. I know some people are like, no, he's a goner. A TV fell on his face. I'm not saying his face is going to look nice. Make his face messed up. Make it like a jigsaw look. You know how they did that in Punisher Warzone? Something like that, where it's really messed up so you can see the injuries there. But why not? Why not bring him back? I mean, come on. They can do it. I believe in it. All right, let's see. I have Happy Death Day. Still need a steelbook of Scream 6. I got Scream 6 4K. Oh, you're double dipping on the Scream 6, I see. Yeah, I'm not a double dipper myself, but I do need one copy of Scream 6 on 4K. I wanted to drop in price though. That steelbook was overpriced, ridiculous. Needs to drop in price. I think it will. Give it 6 months to a year. I'll drop. Do you have a ghost face mask? Actually, I do. I do have a ghost face mask. Um, it was shown off in our Scream 6. Was it post game or pre game show? One of those. So, yep, I do have that lying around the house somewhere. Let's see. Ghostface is my top favorite franchise. Scream's a great franchise. It's one of my favorites. Halloween is my favorite, though. Halloween is my go to, but Scream is probably the most consistent one out there. Let's see. Mid level says, I think Landon will be a solid replacement. Absolutely agreed. He's a great, like, if you're going to replace Radio Silence, I'm happy they went with someone like Landon. Because they could have gone really wrong with a lot of different other choices. This seems much more promising. We got KB Loves Movies. Morning, Mike. What's up, party people? Hey, KB. Hope you're doing good out there. Hope you're feeling better out there. Let me know what's going on with that. Let's see. Hisham says Scream 4 underrated, overrated, overrated because I do not like Scream 4 at all. I've seen it multiple times now. I can't connect with it. The Emma Robert character, I'm just, ugh, no. Never been an Emma Roberts fan. And like right when she showed up on screen, I'm like, oh, yep, that's the Scream Ghostface killer, 100%. And then it turned out to be true. So yeah, it was. Ugh. And then the bad acting from what's that one they brought back in Scream 6? She got worse in Scream 6, but what was it? The Kirby girl. Oh my gosh. Ugh. The acting. Oh my, I can't do it. I can't do it, people. Yeah, Scream 4 is the only one I don't like. I quite like all the rest of them to really love some of the other Scream movies. All right, let's see. Um, Matheson is in here, excited for Scream 7. Different people making it. It's fine. I enjoyed Happy Death Day. Yeah, Happy Death Day is a really good one. And it's a unique one too. You don't see a lot of times a new unique premise for a movie. That's something they were able to do different in a horror movie. So I totally appreciate that. Let's see. Mike, you and I both alike with movies and music. Yeah, absolutely. You got to have movies, you got to have music. And hey, to make a movie even better, you get good music, right? Doesn't mean it's going to fix the movie, okay? Doesn't mean it makes the movie perfect, which we'll talk about Suicide Squad next. All right, let's bring this up. So we got to get into this Ayer cut, right? The Ayer cut. Oh gosh, how many times are we going to have this out there, the Ayer cut? I mean, they're still going strong on this, wanting to bring it back. But let's look at the news story now with this one. All I know is my unseen films play much better than the studio release, Ayer said. The interest in my cut being show seems real and organic, and Gunn told me it would have its time to be shared. He absolutely deserves to launch his DC universe without more drama about old projects. In a way, I'm chained to this thing. I'm riding a tiger here and navigating this situation the best I can. Life is a very strange journey. I put my life into Suicide Squad. I made something amazing. The studio cut is not my movie, the director previously said on social media in July 2021. Read that again, and my cut is not the 10-week director's cut. It's a fully mature, edited by Lee Smith, standing on the incredibly work by John Gilroy. It's all Stephen Price's brilliant score with not a single radio song in the whole thing. It has traditional character arcs, amazing performances, a solid third act resolution. A handful of people have seen it. If someone says they have seen it, they have not. Wow. A lot to unpack there. Air, tell us how you really feel, right? Well, yeah, I'm all for another cut of the movie. Why not? Go ahead, send it to Max. I would love a physical copy of it, of course. Hey, you know what? We got a physical copy of Zack Snyder's Justice League. Maybe we can get a physical copy of this one. But anyway, they do it. I do want to see this movie, especially because the tone would be so different. Once again, hey, going from an awesome soundtrack to an awesome instrumental score, right, orchestral music, that's going to completely change the tone of the movie. So that could be something fun and different. And they're saying that hey, a good resolution in the third act for all these character arcs. That's important because the third act is where I think the first one fell apart. The first one I thought started off strong enough. There's some good acting talent. Margot Robbie was awesome as Harley Quinn. I wouldn't mind seeing her again. Will Smith was great. He was a good Deadshot, so I wouldn't mind once again seeing these characters again. There was a lot of promise there. It's just some of the the plot stuff in there. Then we go to this world-ending scenario, CGI stuff in the third act, and it plays out so weird. And yeah, some of the things weren't satisfying by the end of it. But if we can fix that with this Ayer cut, I'm all for that. Why not? Why not get an amazing air cut of this movie? And he's saying people have not seen this one. People think they've seen it. They have not seen this one. Now that makes me think, well, how much do they have to re-put into the movie in terms of post-production? Are there a lot of effect stuff they're gonna have to go into? Because Zack Snyder's Justice League movie cost millions and millions of dollars to finish up. No way Warner Brothers is gonna sink that kind of money into this project, right? Especially it's not gonna make them much more money, right? If they put it on streaming, get some what, maybe a few more subscribers, maybe, but they're not really gonna be able to make too much money off of this. I mean, even if they released it in theaters, would people really come out to it? I would, but not many would. So they're really going to be losing money here. And also, it didn't play out so well for Warner Brothers. It wasn't like the fans were super happy by the time we got Zack Snyder's Justice League. After it was released, we started hearing stuff like, "Oh, now we want the Ayer cut. Now we want all this stuff. Bring Zack Snyder back. Let's have his DC universe again." And we kept demanding, right? Or at least those fans out there kept demanding in an aggressive way to get more and more. They weren't satisfied with the Zack Snyder's Justice League. So are they going to be satisfied with the Ayer cut? No, it's going to be a next cut down the road or something different, right? And that's going to probably hamper Gunn's universe, right? It's going to take away from Gunn's universe. And so, do I believe Gunn actually said this to Ayer? Maybe, but we had that confrontation with Gunn and Gal Gadot, right? He said, she said stuff where he was promising Gal Gadot stuff. Supposedly, we weren't in the room, so we don't know. And we saw that that's got really messy, right? We still don't know what's going to be the fallout of all that. So, are we really going to get an Ayer cut? Or is Gunn just kind of trying to sweet talk everybody in Hollywood, to whisper those sweet nothings into their ear just to be on everybody's good side? I think that's more the case, right? I think that's really what Gunn's trying to do, and it's gonna come back and implode, and this is not gonna look good. So, yeah, I gotta hear your guys' thoughts because this is wild. This is wild out there. I gotta hear your thoughts. Let's see. We got well, Mathan says no Hayden Panettiere slander in here, Mike. I don't get it. I don't get it with Kirby. I never got it. I never got it. I was never saw the appeal to that character. I'm like, uh, some acting classes, please. I mean, what am I saying? I can't act, so. But she got worse. She got worse at Scream 6. I'm like, how did she retract from that? I didn't know that was possible, but I guess so. Oh, she was so out of place in Scream 6. She was shoehorned in there. That was so weird. Oh, did not like that part. Darvin saying hello. Hey, Darvin. How we doing out there? Another supporter of the channel. How have you been, Darvin? Let's see. Dimension Scott says they said the Ayer cut doesn't need reshoots. It's already been filmed and needs work on effects. Yeah, but the effects cost a lot of money. The visual effects is where the money is for these big blockbuster superhero movies. Am I wrong? I mean, you guys let me know out there, but I mean, visual effects are very, very expensive. Those cost millions and millions of dollars, right? So yeah, Warner Brothers is gonna have to invest that money. It's the same thing with Zack Snyder's Justice League, where a lot of that money that they had to sink into was the visual effects stuff, that post production stuff. So what's the benefit for Warner Brothers doing this, right? Um, Even yeah, like I said, they're not going to make money off of it, right? Or not that much. It's going to cost them more than what they're going to make. And then is it really going to make fans happy and win them over to WB, or are they just going to be like, no, now we want all of Snyder back, and that's going to hurt Gun Universe stuff? So I don't know. I don't think it's going to work out. I just got a bad feeling about it, even though I would love to see the AR Cup. Let's see. Hisham says, I actually love Suicide Squad 2016 because Killer Croc, Harley Quinn, Deadshot, and Retro Style. Screw Rotten Tomatoes. I like Suicide Squad well enough. I can have fun with it. There's some really cool things in it, like the soundtrack's amazing. Some of the characters are good, like you mentioned, but there's some weird stuff in there too, like Killer Croc. Killer Croc could have had an amazing like arc by the end of it, where he's the one who puts that explosive right and then sinks that one villain character, but it was just some like random other person that wasn't Killer Croc, even though Killer Croc did go underwater. Like weird things like that where you're like, wait a second, that would have been an amazing Killer Croc moment. So yeah, not sure, not sure. We'll see. Matt says, I don't know for the Ayer cut. I would watch it on Max, but not going to be upset if it doesn't get. Yeah, I'm like either way on it. It'd be cool to see, but if we don't see it, it is what it is. Yeah, release it to Max. You know what? I wouldn't probably even sink any more money into it. Maybe that's what WB could do. Not put all the money into the visual effects stuff. Yeah, some stuff's gonna look wonky in there, but just release it how it is, especially if it's already done filming, no reshoots needed. We'll still get what the story was. If the music's already done, put that in there, no problem. I do very limited in terms of putting any money on it and just throw it out on HBO Max, and there you go. And then, yeah, I would be happy with that. I would take that better than nothing. Let's see. I've been all right. Oh, that's good, Darvin. Ayer is the director of Suicide Squad, the 2016 one, not the Suicide Squad, that was James Gunn, but that first one, the Will Smith one. Yes. So he has a certain cut to the movie, right? Because they completely changed it. Right, they made it like a music video with a lot of the scenes, soundtrack stuff, really focusing on that, change stuff around in the story, things of that nature. So it's always been brought up, hey, release the Ayer cut, right? Let's see. I've been passing other movies everyone had recommended. I'm getting some movies past week. Have you been checking out my collection lately, Mike? Let's see. I don't know. I don't know, Presswood, if I've seen your recent one. I'm gonna check it out though. I'm gonna check it out for sure. You're also getting free movies. Ooh, what's your hookups with that? I want some free movies. Let's see. Mid-level media says the more I hear about the gun universe and the news that comes out daily, the more I'm convinced it's destined for failure. Absolutely is. The plan is so all over the place. We don't know what's happening. Like, is there a Wonder Woman 3? Is there not? Some people think there's gonna be, some people don't think it is. It's so weird. And all the other movie projects they've chosen, why can't they just go back to first start? It's easy. You start with the core trinity: Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. Then you build the Justice League around that. You get Flash in there, you get a Green Lantern in there, and you go with that core of characters, right? You do their individual movies, and then you can build up to a team one, right? I know that's the Avengers MCU style, but it worked. It worked for a reason. No problem replicating that, in my opinion. But we're doing all this weird stuff, right? We're getting Swamp Thing in there, which I really like Swamp Thing, but I mean, come on, is it going to sell tickets? Are people really invested in Swamp Thing? It's like Blue Beetle just came out, which I like the Blue Beetle movie. I was pleasantly surprised, but it didn't sell enough tickets. It did worse than Shazam 2, I think. Shazam 2 did terrible, even though I love Shazam 2. So, and I think they're saying Blue Beetle's still in the universe, right? We'll see how long that stays true. So it's all over the place. It's messy. It doesn't seem like they have a truly solid plan, and it's not a hard reboot, right? It's like a soft half reboot. Half characters are staying, half aren't. It's weird. It's bonkers. And then Superman Legacy already looks weird because now they're adding so many characters in the Superman Legacy. Is it really going to be a Superman movie, or is it going to be like a Justice League point five movie, right? A half a Justice League. I don't know. It's weird. This is going so not good in my opinion for this universe. I say they should stop DC movies for like 2-3 years and then reboot it, hard reboot, all new characters, all new cast members, just boom. Yeah, but they're not gonna do that. Let's see. Let's see. We got Hisham saying, I really want Batman Forever director's cut, Spider-Man 3 director's cut, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Matt. Doctor Strange. There's a director's cut of that one? I think it's just a longer one, right? Just more a longer runtime, maybe. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get any of those. Not gonna happen. Batman Forever director's cut. That'd be fun though. I'd check them out. Yeah, those are very unlikely. I think Air cuts the most likely. Even though I still think it's not very likely. I just the money isn't there. The money is not there. Let's see. Dimension Scott says the Ayer cut would tie in perfectly with the original Phase, Man of Steel, Batman vs. Batman vs. Superman Ultimate Cut. Sorry, I cannot talk today, people, but that's how it goes. David Ayer's cut, Wonder Woman. Zack Snyder's Justice League and everything in Aquaman takes place afterward. But it's so confusing. And then you're trying to start this new DC universe and it's going to get jumbled together. Once again, it's going to confuse audiences out there. I know some people think it's not going to confuse audiences, but I feel like I'm getting confused with what's going on here in this new universe and I'm covering this movie news. So if I'm getting confused, the common movie watcher has to be getting confused, right? I don't know. It seems like bad news. Bad news. Let's see. Uh, Master of all movies password. Yes, I have 152 subscribers. Awesome. I just want to put that out. Friendly reminder. Yeah. Hey, everybody, stop on by that channel. And as a reminder, hey, I'm getting close to 1,400 subs. So if anybody's new here, help me out with that too. Let's see. Hisham says Thunderbolts assemble. Suicide Squad. Looks like we got competition. Yeah, we're going to talk about Thunderbolts here real soon. Mid Level Media says if they're going to reboot, go all the way. Don't half-ass it. And that's what it feels like they're doing. Agreed. Agreed. And it never works. It never works when you half do it. Darwin says, I heavily doubt anything DC related from now on won't be too watchable. Like it won't be watchable. Well, I mean, the stuff's been watchable. Like I said, I was happy with Blue Beetle. It's not like the best thing I've ever seen, but it was solid. I had a fun time with it. I like Shazam too. I like The Flash. Like I like a lot of DC stuff. I'm easy to please though, in terms of superhero stuff. But not enough people like it, or at least not enough people are buying tickets to take a chance on it. That's a problem. Let's see. Dimension says, I heard there's a Schumacher cut to Batman Forever, according to Kevin Smith. I heard that too. Yeah, that would be cool to see. Supposedly, they give more Bruce Wayne the psychology stuff behind it, and there's like Man Bat or something. I'm all for that. Math Sense says Thunderbolts is better than Suicide Squad already. It has Florence Pugh. Hey, I'm a fan of Florence Pugh. Actually, a really good underrated Florence Pugh movie that just came out not too long ago. It's a drama though. A Good Person. If you have not seen A Good Person, it's great. Florence Pugh is awesome in it. My favorite role of her. Adrian says thoughts on Blue Beetle. Mike, yeah, I saw it yesterday. Not yesterday. Was it? Was it yesterday? It might have been. Yeah, yesterday I think. So I did my reaction to it. I liked it. I was happy with it. So once again, not like my favorite superhero movie of the year. It might be number 5 at this point. I don't know. We've had so many superhero movies, but it was solid. It was funny. George Lopez, very good in it. Just worth it to see him alone at least. Ken, I got two. Oh, awesome. Yeah. All right, cool. So let's get into our next story here. And thank again for everybody staying around here. We will get to the ask anything section after the next section. And just as a reminder, if you joined in late, there are some digital codes available here. Any donation to the channel in terms of a super chat will give you first dibs on a digital code. So we have, what do we have again? We got Insidious, we got Avatar: The Way of Water. Also, we got Uncharted and what was the other one? Let me think. Oh, The Eternals. So 4 movies to choose from for any donation to the channel. You'll get first dibs on that. All right, let's get into this. So Thunderbolts news. People were just talking about Thunderbolts and comparing it to Suicide Squad. So let's get the info on this. All right, we've got a Marvel movie from an Emmy-nominated director on the way. Thunderbolts director Jay Schreider recently scored an Emmy nomination for Outstanding Director for a limited or anthology series or a movie for his work on Beef, and also one for Outstanding Limited or Anthology Series as a producer on the hit Netflix series. While celebrating those nominations just ahead of Phase 2 voting, Shearer joined me for an interview about the making of Beef. During that conversation, he also took a moment to offer up some insight into what drew him to commit to directing Thunderbolts, to tease what the story will offer. All right, a quote from him. It was just a really different approach and a new kind of story to tell amidst that, which I know they've made so many things, but it's not a sequel. Yes, these characters have appeared before, but it is a new story being told, and a story I think with a very different perspective than maybe people are expecting. I think that they felt exciting and they felt like a real challenge worth taking on. Well, that sounds like good words. So it sounds like this director is really wanting to make an awesome movie here. But of course, what director is it? I mean, are you guys excited for Thunderbolts? I'm kind of back and forth on. I'm really disappointed they don't have some main Thunderbolt characters like the Punisher. How do you not have the Punisher in the Thunderbolts? That is ridiculous. So kind of disappointed by that. But in terms of the characters they have, the cast they have, they're decent, right? They seemed okay. Like I said, and Florence Pugh is great. The rest of them are fine, like the Red Guardian, and you got Ghost in there. So it seems like an okay group, but not like an overly stacked group. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm not like super hyped for this one. But I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna be any good. You guys will have to let me know if you're pretty hyped for it. I mean, another MCU team up movie, is it gonna be as good as an Avengers movie? Probably not. But hey, who knows? Team up movies are fun. Like Civil War is great. That was kind of like a half Avengers movie. I just don't know. I don't know where this MCU is going. It seems without those core Avenger characters, we're losing something, right? I felt like we needed that Iron Man. We needed that Captain America, that Thor, right? I mean, they kept Thor around. That didn't work out too good with Love and Thunder. But you guys get what I'm saying. Those core MCU characters. I feel like we're missing that. Is Thunderbolts going to be able to fill that void? I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see what you guys all think about it. Let's see. Oh, Matheson says, saw a good person opening weekend. I was one of the few. That's awesome. I don't even know if it came out to a theater near me, but I watched it on a plane ride, so I enjoyed it. Let's see. Oh yeah, Hisham saying a back credit card. Yeah, that's from Batman and Robin right there, right? Let's see. Since my cruise back, any of us, anyone forgets, my mom actually watched About My Father movie. Okay, with my hobby, I did a first time watch of Megan and Big George Foreman and Scream Six. Yeah, I like Big George Foreman. That one I think's underrated for sure. Yeah, good movies to choose from. But yeah, so I'm taking it by the thoughts out there in the comments. No one cares about Thunderbolts, right? We had some comments on Scream 7, we had some comments on Air Cut, but no one cares about the future of the MCU, right? That's what I'm getting from this, which, yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's going to do so good. And we've seen Disney movies decline pretty heavily, not just Marvel stuff, but like their live action recreations of their animated stuff, like Little Mermaid, did okay overall globally, but still was pretty disappointing. I mean, it didn't get to the $1 billion club. Remember that one year? It was that one year, not too long ago. There was like a ton of $1 billion club movies. I think was it like 10 of them in a year or something, and most of them were Disney. They had like Lion King and stuff like that. I think those times are over for now, though. What's going on? What's happening out there, people of Disney? You guys got to let me know. What's going on with this MCU? Mathen says I'm gonna watch Thunderbolts opening weekend. Me too, but are we gonna be the only ones, Matheson? That is the question, right? Um, I mean, it seems like they're slowing down on MCU stuff, though. Seems like they're gonna pull back on a lot of the TV shows because Secret Invasion did not do so good, and like Secret Invasion, it was just, it was okay, pretty forgettable though. So they're gonna pull back on the TV shows. They're slowing down the movie release schedule. So maybe that'll give them more time to really focus in on each project. I mean, and make it a really good product. Probably, we'll see. Hopefully, the slowing down helps. But who knows? Mid-level media says my thoughts are just stop making MCU films. 10 years, but come back and reboot the characters. 10 years is a lot. I don't know about 10 years. Maybe like 3 years. 10 years. I love the superhero movie. That's my go-to genre. I need that in my life. Um, but it is a lot. It is a lot when you have both Marvel and DC trying to compete. They're trying to rush stuff out. They also have their TV service stuff. And so because of all that, it becomes a really over service market for people that even like superhero movies. So slowing down for sure, maybe a break of some sort. I don't know about 10 years. 10 years seemed a little too long for me just because I love the superhero genre. But 3 years, maybe 3 years. Let's see. Okay, we're talking about Disney movies. I've been bypassing Disney's Silver 100-Year Steelbooks. I've been watching Disney animated movies. So you've been passing, yeah, the 100-year anniversary Steelbooks are awful. I've done some rant videos on them already, like the Iron Man one coming. Oh gosh, the Iron Man one. There's a hand, an Iron Man hand on the back. That's all you get. All this silver space and then a little Iron Man hand. What? These are ridiculous. Steelbooks are awful. And the thing is, they're overly priced. I mean, I wouldn't care if they were like 20 bucks. You saw that Iron Man one for 19.99. Maybe I'll pick it, but like it was 30 bucks, I think at least. No, no. Oh gosh, yeah, those steelbooks are awful. They're bad. Yeah. A lot of my rant videos lead back to Disney. Yeah, that's sad how it is. All right, Hisham says, honestly, when MCU released Thunderbolts, I don't know anything. This movie, even comic books, I know only General Thunderbolts, Ross Villain Hulk when I was a kid. Yeah, and I think I'm hoping the Red Hulk shows up. Maybe he won't, but that'd be cool. Yeah, once again, they got to go into more obscure characters now because they already kind of depleted their core characters of Avengers, right? Got rid of their Captain America, their Iron Man, Black Widow, right? They can't. Well, I mean, yeah. So all this stuff is happening, right? So they took out a lot of their core group of Avenger characters. So now what do you got to do? You got to do the side characters, but the side characters are never as exciting, right? Unfortunately. Let's see. Hisham says classic superhero movie like 80s, 90s, and 2000s better than modern ones. I don't know. I like a lot of modern ones. Like they've made some amazing stuff. Like I really like what was it? Like Infinity War, Civil War. Actually all the Captain America movies. That whole trilogy is great. The Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy is great. So there's a lot of good ones in there. I mean, Thor Ragnarok, great. There's a lot of good ones in there. So, but there's some good 90s and 2000s ones. 80s, Howard the Duck, can't forget about that, right? So I think there's some decent ones in all decades, but I think the 2000s, just because of how many were released, probably has the most great ones. But they also have a lot of mediocre to not so good ones, just because of the quantity amount. Let's see. Mid-level media says it sounds rough, but remember when we were younger and we had to wait 5 to 10 years to get new films in a franchise? After Batman and Robin, we waited 8 years. I know it was tough times. It was tough times, right? What did I even watch back in the day? See, that's the thing. I don't know. Mm, yeah. See, it would be tough. It would be tough. 5 to 10 years. Yeah. I'd rather wait for something good than keep being fed mediocrity. True as well. I want it to be good quality. Yeah, yeah. So maybe, yeah, I agree. Slow it down a little bit. Maybe a few years. I don't know. 10 years is rough for me. 10 years, 5 years. Maybe I'll meet you in the middle, mid level. We'll go 5 years, 5 years, 4 years. But yeah, for sure they got to do something. They got to do something, and they're not doing it right now. So we'll see. You know what's kind of interesting to think about though? What's going to be the next genre for the decade? Is it going to be horror? I think horror has always done pretty decent, but it feels like there's a horror resurgence with these types of movies like Black Phone and Megan and all that. Barbarian. So is this the decade of horror movies, right? That's interesting. Like remember back in the day they had westerns were really popular and then, 2000s we were getting into the superhero stuff. What's the next genre? Is it horror? I don't know. Let's see. Mid-level media says other fun movies would take their spot. A whole new genre. Could you imagine a whole new genre created? Like, I don't. Is that possible? What would be the new genre? That'd be kind of interesting. I know you can combine genres together, but a whole new genre that'd be interesting. Um, yeah, there's other genres they could do more of though, but some of them don't do so well. Like comedies, they've been coming out with a lot of raunchy comedies I've been enjoying. They haven't been selling well at the box office, so I don't think this is the decade of comedies. Let's see. Mid level says horror is timeless, never truly goes away. People never get tired of being scared. Yeah, horror kind of stays pretty consistent, very very consistent overall. Yeah, because you got good horror in what 80s. Well, I guess starting in 70s, right? 70s, 80s. I mean, well, you go back classic days, the Universal Monsters, that was horror. So yeah, horror has kind of always been around and has always had an audience. I wouldn't say like a mass general audience of everybody into horror, but it's always had a solid audience and it's been consistent. So yeah, horror is great. Yeah, maybe more people get into horror in the next decade. That'll be kind of interesting to see. Who knows? Maybe like sci-fi will make a comeback or something. I don't know. We'll see. All right, let's get into the ask anything section. So once again, ask anything section. You're gonna ask anything your heart desires, any movie related questions or just any fun questions in general. You can talk about any other news story I didn't cover today because there's been other news out there for sure. Ask me your thoughts on that. Or anything. If you want me to do a quick general thought review on something, a ranking, whatever it might be, put me on the spot and we'll do something for y'all. So this is the ask anything section. Go ahead and write some comments here, some questions, and I'll just kind of let you guys know some things that are coming up on the channel, some things I'll be participating in. So of course, what do we got? So tomorrow, Monday, we're gonna have an Amazon deal video come out. So always keeping you guys up to date on those Amazon deals. Saving yourself some money is the way to do it when you're collecting. If you really want to expand a big collection, and then let me bring up a banner actually because I did get some overlay banners in here. I'm going to be on a live stream. It's called Henchman Mania over on Dallon Movies channel. I mean, look at this. Look at Hench Mania. Look at all these great people too that are going to be a part of the panel. This is going to be a ton of fun. Very excited for this one, and I thought a lot about it. I got my stacks already ready by me. I'm like, oh, you know what? There are so many good henchmen and a lot of movies out there. I mean, and you can go to so many different genres with it. So that's going to be a super fun stream. Very excited. I believe that starts 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, my time. So that tomorrow. Yes. I guess that'd be what 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. Yes. So that's going to be a super fun stream. And then I have a live stream on my channel the following day on Tuesday. This is going to be an awesome stream. Look at this one right here. Best movie remakes. And we have an amazing panel for that one. So we're talking the best movie remakes. Any genre is up for grabs there. It's going to be a ton of fun. I have stacks of movies around me for that as well. So that's going to be a super fun live stream. That's Tuesday night. I think I had to adjust the time actually. So 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So that's 9:30 Eastern. Yes. That's going to be a great panel. That's going to be a fun show. And then after that, I'll have some rant video come out. I'm sure I'll have, my preview video for the month showing all the awesome physical titles coming out. And then who knows, maybe we'll throw something else in there. Mega movie numbers we always got to do. So we got to throw that one out there. And then out of theater reaction, of course, for whatever the new movie is coming out. You guys remind me, what's the new movie coming out this weekend? Oh, the Gran Turismo. I'm actually pretty excited for that. The trailers looked awesome. So ready for that one. And then we'll start it all again with the Sunday movie morning news show. But let me see your guys' comments and questions here. Let's see what we got. Let's see. Oh yeah, Matheson says animation needs to take over, right? I think animation is becoming more popular though, slowly but surely. More people are getting into animation. People are seeing, you can do animation so many different genres and for different ages out there, right? There's animation for kids. There's animation for families though. There's animation for adults. So I think people are starting to realize that you can have different animation for different stuff and different genres out there. Um, yeah. Hey, what about horror animation? Is that out there? I'm sure it is. Let's see. Mid-level media says you could argue horror kind of died in the early mid '90s, but it was still very popular on home video. I mean, I what was that? I still what was that? I know what you did last summer, right? That was '90s, right? Faculty, right? Think that was '90s. They had some decent '90s stuff, but I mean, not like the '80s, but '90s had some stuff. Let's see. Um, I'm obsessed with horror movies. I started collecting movies when I was 19 years old. That's the way to do it. Let's see. Before Scream brought it back to the mainstream. Yeah, Scream. You're right. Scream was probably that one. Huck says, yeah, horror is very bankable and pretty affordable to make usually, and those horror collectors keep physical media alive. Yep, absolutely. Yep. Mid-level says 100% agreed, Huck. Mathson says thoughts on people saying Secret Wars will be a soft reboot. What is this soft reboot stuff? I just want to eliminate the term soft reboot. No, you either do a reboot or you don't do a reboot, and it continues. I'm tired of the soft reboot stuff. It's too confusing. Let's see. Huck says, Mike, what's your favorite type of bonus feature? Commentary, behind the scenes, deleted scenes, gag reels, or other? For sure, interviews. Interviews with like cast members or the director. are the best. You get so much great perspective. Like, I know we've mentioned it before too, and others have as well. Like, just getting the alligator 4K pickup. To me, the movie's fine. So it's a decent little fun creature feature. But the best part was the Bryan Cranston interview on it. You gotta learn so much about movie production from that. So yeah, absolutely the interviews for sure. Yeah, and then I like making of featurettes. Those are really fun too. My least favorites will probably be actually maybe like I don't care for gag reels, deleted scenes I don't usually watch through, like commentaries. I rarely put on a commentary. I would have had to have seen the movie like 10 times in a row before putting on a commentary. So like no original Halloween, I put on a commentary because I've seen the movie so much. But yeah, rarely do I go commentaries. Hisham, WandaVision underrated or overrated? It was properly rated for me. Yeah, I liked it a lot, and it seems like a lot of people liked it as well. Yeah. Are you still watching anime? I'll watch an occasional like anime movie, but no anime show. That's much more my wife's speed on that. Let's see. Mid level says, I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready for the Ninja Turtles to take over again. More animated movies, live action, spin-off. Let's go. Yeah, really like that new animated movie. It was very, very good. So, we'll get a sequel to that, I'm sure, if it does well enough at the box office. So, yeah, I'm excited for that too. Dimension says Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines underrated or overrated? Hmm. Huh. Because it's really not liked by most people. I guess I'll say underrated because I'm fine with it, even though it's not on the level, not even close to Terminator 1 and 2, but it's not terrible. It's not, the Terminator franchise doesn't get terrible till we get to Salvation after that. Oh gosh, Salvation snooze fest. I'm like, how is the future so boring? Yeah, Salvation was like, oh, yeah, hated Salvation. Let's see. Yeah, Dimension says Shazam, Black Adam, and Fury of the Gods underrated. Oh, Shazam, Fury of the Gods, way underrated. That's like my second favorite movie of the year, behind Guardians. Black Adam, Black Adam's okay. So that was perfectly rated. Let's see. I've been getting physical media movies, note the box sets, and I have color and black and white sitcoms. I have 80s. Yes, awesome, awesome stuff. Yeah, I need to get more TV shows. I just picked up Quantum Leap, which is a great show I've been watching recently. It's like I think it's from the 80s, but it's like he goes back in time to be these different characters and to like fix things that went wrong in time. And so it's always a different story, different character he goes into each episode. I think that's really fascinating, keeps it very fresh. And thank you to Huck out there. I think Huck was the one who first mentioned that series. So I got that one. Don't collect a ton of TV on physical, but that one I've been enjoying. Let's see. Mid level says, do you think Disney will go more all in on physical media after Prey announcement? More streaming content, Blue and 4K. Yeah, I'm actually going to be putting out a Prey video soon on all this. But I guess a little tease for it here. Um, I think some titles maybe, like for example, like Barbarian. I think is next up on the list. So I think maybe a couple titles, but I don't think they're going to open up the floodgates and we're going to get a ton of new stuff. I think it'll still be pretty limited. Let's see. Hisham says still starring Shaq are the best DC movies. I still haven't seen that one. I know what it is, haven't seen it. Let's see. An overrated superhero movie. I don't know. See, I'm really easy on superhero movies, so it's tough to find an overrated one. Let's see. Let's go. Huck says, "Glad you're digging Quantum Leap." Yeah, it's a good one. Yeah. My wife can't watch it though. It's too old for hers. She won't do it. But I'm all for it. Let's see. Dimension says, "What are some TV shows you thought were canceled too soon?" Swamp Thing. Swamp Thing, I think, was canceled before the first episode premiered. Like the season was already done, and they're like, "Hey guys, just to let you know, it's all canceled." But the first episode comes out in about a week, something like that. I know I exaggerate there, but yeah, Swamp Thing. It was actually a pretty good series too. That recent one. So yeah, and I have it on physical though. I think I have the DVDs now, but yeah. That was sad. It got canceled before they even premiered the first episode to the public. Now that was just sad. At least give it a chance. At least let the season run its course. That's all I ask. Yeah, Adrian says great series, Quantum Leap. Evil Kangaroo's in the house. Yay. Evil Kangaroo's awesome. Hey, what's good, Mike? Good morning. Well, more near noon for me. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I'm still kind of waking up. All right. So there we go. There we go. That's I think one more. Let's see. Couple more here. Any strike update? Um, I think they're working with the writers right now. Remember they had that last talks meeting. I think from what I've heard from people in the industry is that I think that went decent in terms of they're making some kind of progress, but I don't think we got much more details than that. So strike's still going on from what I understand. Let's see. Hisham says, "Is Oppenheimer really censored in movie theaters?" I think overseas in certain areas, I'm sure it is, but not in the states, and I've only seen it in the states. So, let's see. What's your favorite TV show right now? Like I said, Quantum Leap. I'm really enjoying. And then I watch like reality competition stuff like Big Brother. Has always been a go-to for me. But yeah, don't watch a ton of TV. Um, I will once in a while, but not a ton. More so movies. Let's see. I want the movie Swamp Thing and the other ones. I'm still passing 4K new releases. Oh, the 4K of the Swamp Thing. Yeah, that looks like a cool addition, but way overpriced. Yeah, I'm not gonna do it. Not gonna do it on an old movie that kind of price. If it drops $10, sure. But yeah, there we go. I think that was everybody. Yeah, everybody's there. I don't think we got any super chats today, so I think we'll save the digital codes for next time. We'll put those up for grabs next time. But there we go. I think we covered everything. You guys know what the next week is going to look like, so that's going to be a ton of fun. Thank you all for joining me here today, talking a fun time of movie news. It's always great to see your guys' comments in here, interact with the questions. Always a ton of fun. And we had a great audience today. So just reminding everybody, if you haven't hit that like, takes a half a second, really helps the channel get out the content to more people and grows the channel. Greatly appreciate it. We're on the road to 1,400 subs. We're almost there. I think we're like, what, 15 or so away. So if you guys can hit that like, that's going to help spread it out. Also, feel free to share out the links to people you know love movies and will actually watch the content. That always helps the channel as well. And just continue to enjoy the videos, whatever you're doing, watching them in the background is always appreciated. So yeah, thank you all. And oh, thank you. You are awesome. You know what? You are awesome as well. And all of you are awesome out there. Thank you so much. Yes. All right. Thank you, Mike. See ya. I just like the video. Oh, thank you. Oh. And then Adrian says, "Have a nice day, everyone." That's why I love this community out there. Everybody is so nice and kind to each other, and that's what it is all about. So, once again, thank you all for being here. Have a great day out there. Have a great week. But yeah, definitely make the day a movie day and watch an amazing movie. But have a good one, everyone. Bye for now.